Alright, let's get growing. Day 20 of fall, year 2. We're getting pretty far at this point. We've got our ancient fruit spreading across our Ginger Island farm, and that's going to be a main focus of the rest of the time here. So we are going to have to start doing Skull Cavern runs as soon as possible, but the absolute main priority here is spreading that ancient fruit. We completed that Loved Ones Gifts key quest yesterday, so we've got a fresh board starting today. Today's Saturday the 20th. So let's see what we have in store. Bad luck, okay. More friendship hearts by talking to people. We might actually do that today. I'm not entirely sure that there really is anything that I stand to gain from getting particular friendships with particular people, but it can't hurt. Getting free stuff in the mail. Oh, whoops, no, I need to put that in the preserve jars. Getting stuff in the mail, having recipes available. You never know when that might come in handy. Excuse me, bud. Love you. Love you, Chillin' Jr. Alright. So we're just starting our routine here. We're probably just going to head straight to Ginger Island. There doesn't seem to be much else that we're going to do right now. We'll do like Ginger Island and then talk to whoever we see and maybe go do some gold ore farming. We do need to keep sticking wood. Hey, Shy. That's just a this Saturday thing. I did change it. I have some plans later, so this is going to be a shorter stream today. I think I will keep it at 8 to 11 on most Saturdays, but I don't know. This feels pretty good too. How's your day? We need to put wood back in these. Work starting at 9 anyways. Well, there you go. The timing works out perfect. I won't be much later than that. I think I might go till 10. Something like that. I'm good. It is bitterly cold here. The winds are blowing 50 miles an hour, and it's basically 0 degrees outside, so I'm going to be staying inside as much as possible today. But I do have some things to do. 6 degrees, yeah, it's pretty cold. It's about 0 here right now. The wind is blowing very strongly. It has been since, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Just gonna spend a couple minutes just recycling through these guys to get some charcoal. And actually, I should go check on that Quarry farm, the Quarry Forest Farm. I do need to start checking that every day for the sap. I'm gonna need so much sap. Gonna need so much sap. So let's grab the tappers and head on out there. We made Pierre give us 1.1 million gold yesterday for all those fairy roses. So we made some progress. Alright, so they 8, 6, 10. Actually, that's not bad. The amount of sap coming out of these is worth doing, I think. It's definitely going to be easier than always just going and cutting down trees. Alright. Robbed and blind, absolutely. And we'll just put the rest on these maples. We're not going to need nearly this much maple syrup, but it can't hurt to just sell it or whatever. We want to make maple bars when we're harvesting so that we have that little bit of extra farm level to get higher quality fruit. Is the townman talking about them yet? We just did that yesterday, so I haven't actually really spoken to anyone yet since then. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's flowers, so I wonder what they're going to say. I wonder what they're going to say about the fairy roses. Quite curious. Everyone seems a little happier on weekends, don't you think? On the job 7 days a week. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first run through I ever noticed anyway. I've never really sold things. That's a good one. I made fairy rose casserole and it stunk. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in this town. Yeah, I've never experienced that before. I've always just sold things into the shipping bin. I've never sold things to Pierre before, really. Right, we're not doing that. So I'm definitely curious if the fairy roses have a dialogue. Nope, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm perfectly happy allowing things that should go through rather than having to personally ban everything that shouldn't go through, if you get what I mean. Alright, no ancient fruit today, but we are definitely getting there. We are definitely getting there. We've got the ancient fruit all the way over to here. So the next time we get a decent amount of ancient fruit, we'll probably be doing most of the rest of this. It's the 20th of fall, so that'll be on the last week of fall. So it's going to be the end of winter by the time we actually get like a full harvest here. We can just estimate that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, maybe 800 for all of these tiles. So if we get this the whole way across, put the whole thing into the seed makers, we might get 1,600 seeds. I don't know. It's going to be very close. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it all in year 3 here. I would really like to. We're going to spend the winter renovating the field to get all those pressure nozzles and iridium sprinklers done up. And get the greenhouse moved over to the other side of the house to unlock some more tillable tiles. But I'm just not sure that the timing is going to be right for the ancient fruit. So we'll see. Is there any more ginger here? No. Alright, back to golden fiber farming, I think. Speaking of which, if I'm already here standing in front of weeds, I might as well grab them. I just want to check on my bombs situation to make sure we're ready for a Skull Cavern run when we have the opportunity. We do actually need more iridium now. We need more iridium, and we also need constant influx of gold. Gold has been the one constant that just about everything needs. It's that middle ground one where It's an ingredient in both the early low-level stuff and the later stuff. So we've used so much of it so far, and we still have need of it going forward. I guess I just save up some maple syrup. So we do want to make those maple bars to have them available for harvest days, because that will increase the percentage of higher level fruit, higher quality fruit that we get. Not by a lot, but a couple percent adds up when you're talking about millions of gold. So we want to give it all we've got. We want to get everything as optimized as we possibly can. Hey, there's Abigail. And Pam, would you do me a kindness and clean up my house? I'll do you one better, but I'm not going to tell you what's going on right now. We're going to build her a new house. Oh, I didn't check on how many bombs I actually had. I guess I'll just buy 50 right now. We're almost broke. We only have 100,000 gold. That's kind of scary broke right there. We will get another 1.1 million when we harvest and sell those fairy roses. So there is that. But we are broke right now because we got our return scepter, which I wasn't even using there. I made some extraneous traveling on Ginger Island. I didn't need to go back to the farm to use the totem. I could have just used my scepter. I always find the scepter to be 2 million gold well spent. It's just such a huge quality of life increase to be able to be at your front doorstep from anywhere on the world. Alright, I won't turn down a free quartz either. We still want the quartz for the garden pots now. We're done with quality sprinklers for sure, and we are done with solar panels, but we still need more garden pots. So we'll be continuing to collect quartz for a while. I'm gonna guess we could make another 200 to 300 garden pots, no problem, and fit them inside the house. The cellar alone could fit another 80 to 100, I think. So we're just gonna keep going with our kind of age-old strategy here of gold farming and skull cavern runs. Alright, start from the top. I'm definitely liking the ice wand trinket. It's got that nice middle ground between avoiding combat when I want to and participating when I want to. Awesome to see someone streaming the game. Not many people play it these days. I think a lot of people, maybe your schedule is a little different. In the evening, about 12 hours from now, there's usually about 200 channels. We're Would be cool to run a few games or talk shop sometime. Okay. Okay, that one was different. That one was different. I gotta say, that one got me. That was different. You are welcome to join the Discords in my description, in my About page down there. At this time of the morning, there's maybe, I don't know, 30 channels streaming. But in the evening, it's like 200 to 300 channels streaming. I mean, that one, I don't really need to bother. All right, watch this. 2 million gold well spent. Yeah, I think that was pretty harmless. Just different. Just took me by surprise is all. Fairly harmless, though. At least it wasn't as much of my time as those other ones. Might as well throw a purple mushroom in there. We never know when we'll need one. Eating a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel. That does sound good. That does sound good. I might have to get myself a breakfast burrito while I'm out later. I got it. Oh, no, okay, it is a bagel. You meant that. You actually meant that it's a bagel? What the heck is a bagel? What the heck is a bagel? A bruschetta bagel, maybe? Alright, what have we got going on? We're gonna warm our buns by the fire here, have our pets, have a sip of tea. Coffee brand called Big B that has bagels. What is different about the bagel? What is the bagel? I am very curious. Is it just a silly name they gave it, or is it actually something different? Oh, we almost had a 0 day. Oh well, every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. I haven't had many 0 days. We've almost always just had something. Alright, it's Robin's birthday today. If we feel like it. Bad luck day. Supposed to be specific for brunch. Okay, it's a brunch bagel. Brunch only. Not allowed to. So you've eaten it out of its allowable time frame. Then you've just committed an atrocity. It's okay. We just won't tell anyone. We just won't tell anyone. All right. So see, our basement grapes are coming along, but I want to fill this. This doesn't have to be like 100% efficient, but I do want to fill this in. And we'll probably want a few more dehydrators. Just a few more, not too many more. Good morning, bud. Love you. Got some more. Oh, we've got it. It's starting to stack up. Starting to stack up on us. We might need a few more preserve jars. I don't think we do, though. This hay is going straight in the bin. That hay's going straight in the bin. Excuse me, I've got to clear my throat every now and again. I've swapped to echinacea tea while I'm fighting off a very minor cold here. So not my usual dandelion tea today. I've got echinacea tea with elderberry right now. And that's nice. That's comforting. Lingering cough, runny nose from being sick. I get it. Yeah, just a very minor cold here. Just a very minor cold. A little bit of congestion in both my sinuses and my lungs. Just one of those where the other day I woke up in the morning and I wasn't sure if I was sick or if I had just slept poorly. So nothing terribly serious. Alright, let's go get this routine started. We want to head to Ginger Island, check on that there, and then farm golden fiber. We're going to need some more fiber. I'm not sure where I stand exactly at the moment. Let me check on, well, I can do that later. I'm not sure exactly where I stand at the moment, but I know I need a bit more to get the rest of the Junimo huts built. So that level 80 in the mines is pretty good. Pretty good for that. Because we're getting both gold and fiber at the same time. Alright, Willie, sorry to cut your fishing short, but I gotta go to Ginger Island. We got anything? Nope. Nope, we do not. Alright. And we're back. I love this item. I absolutely love this item. It's still 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've already been to Ginger Island and back. Sadly, we will not be doing the obelisks because they take up too much space. So, there's no chance at the obelisks here. But that's still not bad. Alright, let's check on our bomb situation. We've got 70 bombs right now, so we do need a lot more bombs. And our fiber, we have 300. I think that's close. We might get away with just 3 more. But I'd like to plan for 4 more Junimo huts. I'd like to plan for 4 more Junimo huts, so we'll do more of that farming. Let's see what we have here. We do want to make the gold. That one is a high priority. The gold and the quartz. Where's the quartz? There it is. Those are our high priority items. These heavy furnaces, just as soon as you get the ability to make them, it's almost you have to do it. It's a necessity. Those heavy furnaces, they make such a big difference. Alright. So I guess it's Sunday. How many staircases do we have? 32. That's more than enough. And we're looking good on this other stuff. So we don't need to go. We probably should have gone and gotten our prismatic shard on Thursday, but we were busy with other stuff, I think. Gotten our magic rock candy, I mean. So I need to work the quarry into my routine to come get these, to come get the sap. So what was that? 200 sap. About 200 sap per day. That's pretty good. I think that'll help out. That'll help out a lot. The deluxe fertilizer takes, I think it's 40 sap per one craft. Yeah, 40 per one craft. So we are going to need, we're going to want. We don't need it, but if I can swing it, it helps out the end result of this challenge. Deluxe fertilizer gives us access to iridium quality crops. So with deluxe fertilizer and Junimos with raisins, we maximize our chance at a gigantic cash harvest. So if I can swing it, I want to do it. That's why I need a bunch of iridium now, because I'm going to need 600 plus iridium bars. And what are we looking at? 104,000. Oh my gosh. So much sap. Yeah, so we definitely need the sap farm at the quarry. So what is that? 40 times 800? I need to do this 800 times. So I need 800 iridium bars and 32,000 sap. Is that right? Is that right? We need about 4,000. And it's 5 per cast. So yes, 800 times this recipe is 32,000 sap. So we need to fill that whole quarry with mahoganies like immediately. I don't know that we're not gonna get the whole farm covered in that fertilizer. But we can at least do some of it, what we can get. I don't think 32,000 sap is a realistic goal here. But we can sure do what we can do with deluxe fertilizer and raisin-fed Junimos and eating a maple bar in the morning. Every fruit picked has, I think, a 44% chance of being iridium quality. And iridium quality ancient fruit, I believe, is 1,200 gold each. So having as much of the field yield iridium quality ancient fruit is going to massively increase our total harvest value. Gonna need a couple more pineapple harvests to secure all of our bombs. Need a little bit of money here. I do not feel like farming iron for bombs at this point in the game. I would much rather buy them at this point. I mean, I guess if it seems like we're going to have excess grapes and raisins, we can check out just selling some grapes for a while for extra income. I'm not sure if it's worth doing, but now that we have the grapes set up, they're just going to keep producing. And once we get to a certain point, we will have excess above what we need for the Junimos. So I think if I plan for 4 more Junimo huts, I think that pretty much covers us. There's gonna be like little strips on the edges of the farm, I think, that I still need to harvest myself. And that's fine. I think it's not worth building a Junimo hut that's only going to harvest a small portion of its total radius. We can do some harvesting ourselves, that's okay. The farm does not have to be fully automated, so that's fine. It's just that the Junimos do increase the actual harvest. But if they're only, responsible for, what would they need to be? They need to be responsible for at least more than 30 tiles. So, that's actually not that much. As long as they're responsible for more than 30 tiles, then they more than pay for their tile usage. So, maybe it is worth it. I don't know. I don't think it's really that important. Kind of irrelevant. We're going to be talking about just a couple more fruits, or a couple less fruits, when I'm aiming for 4,000, 5 or 10. I think we don't have to 100% min-max the Junimos. So the question is, I think I spend all of my gold on bombs right now. I think I go ahead and do that. Just in case we have a Skull Cavern run tomorrow. We'll have more Legend Row coming, and we'll have pineapple harvests coming. But I want to make sure I'm prepared for the Skull Cavern runs. We do want to, during year 3 especially, we do want to be doing Skull Cavern runs, if for no other reason than just to get prismatic shards into the Junimo huts. If for no other reason than just to get prismatic shards into the Junimo huts. It's not like it's going to delay our completion. We've already got everything pretty much taken care of. We're just waiting now. The winter is going to be a lot of work to renovate the farm fields. But other than that, we're just waiting for the ancient fruit to grow. And I'm not the kind of guy that just goes to bed early. You're not going to see me sleeping through days. That's not something I like to do. So, if we have nothing better to do, then at some point we just start going to the Skull Caverns every day. We'll need about 15 to 20 prismatic shards just to put them in the Junimo huts, so that they're all nice and pretty while they're harvesting our ancient fruit empire. So we'll have to get used to doing the Skull Cavern runs as a normally scheduled activity, rather than just a once in a while thing. We want, we have a lot of the iridium already. We're not that far behind on the iridium, to be honest. But spending 200,000 gold on bombs is way cheaper. It's already cheaper. Let's say we come home with 300 gold ore from a Skull Cavern run. That would have already been 225,000 gold to buy from Clint. So even if it's just for the gold ore, it's still a cheaper and more efficient way to gather it. but we come back with so much more than just gold ore. That's just the gold ore. So by spending 200,000 gold on bombs, we make a gigantic profit in materials. And at some point we can get the blacksmith profession and start selling. Start selling extra bars that we don't need. That's a good ways down the road, though. That's a good ways down the road. We're not close to there yet. Tell you what, let's sell a couple topazes. Just so that we get a little bit of money out of this. Just something. Just something. Better than nothing. Whoops. Well, there you go. We're back at home. That's one thing. When you're in the mines, probably don't keep the return scepter in the same row with your other tools. That's fine, though. We were coming home very soon anyway. Alright, let's remember to put our other legend row back. Alright, and we said we were going to sell these topaz, so that's at least a little bit of gold. The legend row, a lot more than that. Alright. 130 gold ore, not bad, not great. Not bad, but not great either. See, there is absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way that we're going to have 32,000 stacks, 32 stacks of sap by the time we want to plant ancient fruit. Absolutely no way that's happening. So what is it? How many per thousand? How many can I make per thousand? That's divided by 40. 25. 25 per thousand. So we're actually not going to have that much deluxe fertilizer. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let's have a look in our farm cave. We hardly ever go in there. The oranges that we were getting did come in handy, that's for sure. The rest of this stuff doesn't really have much of a use anymore. Not much of a use anymore for that stuff. Alright, we've got grapes and we've got our peaches. I really can just cut down that mango tree. We're not using it for anything. But I do sell them, so it's a little bit of gold. Whoops. Is that everything? All right. We'll go stick these raisins in the grapes in the dehydrators to make raisins. And I tell you what, we'll sell the rest. We'll just start selling excess grapes because we're gonna be doing well. Every little bit counts. And it looks like we're starting to graduate to silver quality peaches. So, if it comes to it, when we're doing gift giving, we will build up our friendship just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. I might want to just head to the desert real quick anyway. Just in case, I have a feeling our battery packs, our solar panels are ready there. So I think we'll go ahead and just do that real quick. Now that we have the return scepter, yeah. Now that we have the return scepter, a lot of this stuff becomes less of a hassle. See, it only took us 20 minutes of in-game time to go to the desert, buy staircases and coffee and eel, and be right back on our front porch. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What do we got? Battery packs. Alright, so we currently have 39 battery packs. We're very close. We are very close. We will definitely have enough between the battery packs and the pressure nozzles. We will definitely have enough to get us across the field with iridium sprinklers over the winter. Alright, let's check the computer. Nothing going on. Get our pets by the fire, have a sip of tea. Alright, let's see what tomorrow brings. Yeah, we did not go give Robin a present. That's okay. That's okay. She's our friendliest person anyway. Alright, now that we have a little bit more gold, I think I feel comfortable going ahead and we'll check the bookseller. Again, I don't think the bookseller has anything that we want, but we'll check the bookseller and then we'll just buy bombs. Neutral luck. So even though I do stand in all of the bomb blasts, I never pick... She'll remember that. Well, we are pretty friendly. See, we're up there. I think she can forgive me. I think she can find it within her heart to forgive me. I mean, we have been better about it recently, but, you know, we are just a market farmer. We can't change who we are. Our farming efforts come first. Socialization of very, very distant 12th. We can't change who we are. But yeah, so I know I do stand in all the bomb blasts, but I will never take the bombs don't damage you blessing. Because it's just not... The other ones are so much more powerful. I have pineapples. I can easily replenish my health from standing in bomb blasts. That's not an issue. Oh, I should have replenished the dehydrators. Standing in the bomb blasts is never really an issue. Oh, we have so many grapes. So many grapes. I'm just going to go ahead and sell that stack of gold quality grapes. We don't need to be backing ourselves up that much. We have more than enough. We currently have... Where are they? There they are, 34. And they just keep coming. And they already have a few in each of their huts. I don't think they eat them during the winter time. I could be wrong about that. I hope they don't eat them, because they're not doing anything. They're just staying warm inside all winter. Love you, bud. Alright, let's... He wants to come with. He wants to come with. Poor little boy stuck on the farm forever. Except for that one day. That one day he got out somewhere. I still don't know where he went that day. He went on an adventure. Oh, it's Monday. Gus's famous omelet, that's definitely never happening. And Cave Patrol grubs, I don't think I care. I mean, I could do it pretty easily. The mutant insect layer or whatever down in the sewers has so many grubs, and level like 5, 10, 15, 20, they all have tons of grubs. I just don't know that I care. Let me see if there's a specific reward for this quest. Cave Patrol. Clint. Hard events, quests. There we go. Cave Patrol. The reward is the Geode Crusher recipe. Yeah, I don't think I care. I never use those anyway. I always just take my geodes to Clint and have him do it for me. By the time you can make a Geode Crusher, the 25 gold per geode is just not an issue. It's just not an issue. Alright, we've got some ancient fruit. Not a lot this time. Not a lot, but every little bit counts. Every time we can manage to get new ancient fruit in the ground before winter starts, that's ancient fruit that will produce seed before our springtime. So, I don't know. We're right on the fence here of whether we can get this done in year 3 or not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what was it? 20, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're right on the cusp of whether we can get this done in year 3. I think we can. I just think it won't be on spring 1. We won't be planting 4,000 plants on spring 1. But as long as there's more than a month left, you know, as long as we plant everything by summer 28, we will get at least one complete harvest. Definitely not doing that. Oh, we just went through this. Oh no. We just went through this. We exhausted all of our stuff. We used up all of our favorite gifts, all of our loved gifts. Oh, that's an epic shame. Alright, I guess we take it though. I guess we just take it, and if we can do it, then we do. I think I already got the pressure nozzles from the last one, yeah. If we can do it, we do it. But I don't think we can. I don't think we can. We used up all of our favorite loved gifts already. Like, we have some, like amethyst. We used up our diamonds. We needed more triple shot espresso. Amethyst is quite a few people. The iridium bar was a few people. The wizard is easy, just void essences. I don't think we can get it. I don't think we can get it. I had to do so. We had to bring up spreadsheets. We had to get spreadsheets involved to get that quest done just yesterday. Just during yesterday's stream. I'm not sure I'm really up for that today. Alright, let's go harvest our sap that is not even close to adequate. I mean, I guess we could do some secret woods farming to try to get more mahogany seeds and fill this out even more. We could do that. Yeah, about 200 a day. I'm just going to go ahead and bankrupt myself here. Alright. Cool. We are broke. Super duper broke. As broke as you can be. But we will get at some point we will get an iridium luck day, or even just a good luck day, to go do a skull cavern run. From the top. I mean, I guess one of these days I could try my hand at skull caverns without bombs. I've just never wanted to. I've never felt the desire to do a skull cavern run without bombs. I mean, it would be profitable because it would be all profit, but I just don't feel like you would get enough resources to make it worth going. If I'm just going to spend my time to farm something, I think I want to spend it farming exactly what I need, rather than hoping to see what I need. Will be entertained by your torture. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm definitely not there yet. I very likely will never be doing that. But it's an idea. It's worth a thought. And maybe it's even worth a try. I just don't think it will. I don't think it will be. I have a pretty strong opinion of that. I don't think it will be worth a try. But you know, once we get to that point in year 3 where we're really just waiting, there's no longer anything to build, and we're really just waiting for ancient fruit, and there's nothing better to do with our days, then yeah, sure, why not? Just see how it goes, see what happens. I just feel like if I'm having to pickaxe every rock, just the combat will be too much. I'm not a lover of the combat in this game. So I feel like if I have to pickaxe every rock, then I'll just be kind of overwhelmed and burned out by how much I have to engage with the combat. But yeah, once we're at that point where there's just nothing better to do, and it's either go to the skull caverns or sleep through the day, which I will refuse to sleep through the day, then going to the skull caverns will be the thing to do. And who knows, we might even get some Monster Slayer goals. That's something I never do. I've got actual perfection one time. Other than that, I've either paid for it or I've just not done it. And the Monster Slayer goals is exactly why I won't get perfection for most save files. I can get the money for the gold clock. I can do the cooking. I don't mind the cooking and the shipping goals. I actually don't mind those. And the crafting. The crafting is hard for me. Just because I don't like the volcano dungeon either. So farming dragon teeth to craft the forge is usually the last thing I get done. The dragon teeth farming is just so tedious. Just have to keep doing the volcano dungeon every single day, hoping that the lava lurks drop dragon teeth, and it's not even that common of a drop. It's like 30% or something, 20% even. That is a grind. That is a grind. Also, just the Monster Slayer goals are absolutely a grind. Not that we haven't been grinding in this run. This gold and fiber and the iron and quartz farming. Oh my goodness, the iron farming. When we first wanted to do the skull caverns, just need pepper rex and magma sprites. Yeah, the pepper rexes, they're quite rare, right? You want to try to, if you're wanting to farm for pepper rexes, you actually want to go to the skull caverns on the worst luck day you can find. You want to go on the horrible luck day, and you want to use monster musk, because both of those things increases the likelihood of the prehistoric floors, the infested floors. You get more monsters the worse luck you have, so you want to go on the worst possible luck day and take monster musk with you. And then you'll be getting stuck on those prehistoric floors pretty frequently. And the magma sprites are just so slow, because they move so fast. So it's very slow to farm them. You know, you go to hit them and they fly halfway across the map. You think it'll be easy? I mean, if you have an infinity gavel, that would make it easier, I think, because you could just slam them. With the infinity gavel, it would probably be a lot easier. But my thing is just when you hit them, they fly halfway across the map, and I don't feel like waiting around for them to come back. And in the volcano dungeon, it's very hard to, like, chase after them. They'll go out over the lava or whatever. But yeah, the Monster Slayer goals, that's usually what stops me from reaching perfection. One of these days, not directly after this challenge, but one of these days I'll have to do a combat-focused run. I think you were there. I think we were talking about the combat-focused run being the actual... This is not an evil run, so the combat-focused run would be the actual evil run. Alright, I do want to go over here and kill this gold slime before I leave. They usually drop a gold bar or a few gold ores, and he didn't drop anything. Evil run next, please. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that I can do it right away. I feel like I need I need some community center in my life after this. The Joja run, I think I need something else for a minute after. And to be fair, I think it might be Coral Island. I don't know if you've been over to see Whimsical Whiskers or Lucky Stars 17. They play Coral Island. And watching them play that has me wanting to give it a try. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Our gold is looking pretty good now. I definitely will get around to the evil run, just I don't think next. Alright, we had a Yeti Tooth. The Yeti Tooth was great when we were first trying to get to the bottom of the mine. It was a real boon. I keep accidentally hitting the TV when I mean to start harvesting from the crystallariums there. I think it's about time to start rearranging this place. Alright, how long was it since we went down here? I think just 2 days, yeah. That would be nice to have on the farm computer, like how many garden pots are ready. It tells us what's ready in the tilled ground on the farm and in the greenhouse. Telling us whether the garden pots are ready or not would be great. We didn't even go to the bookseller, but I'm fairly certain we don't need anything from him anyway. Oh my goodness. We just had a horrible night's sleep because we didn't get our pets by the fire. Oh, what a tragedy. Well, today's gonna be horrible, because if we didn't get our pets by the fire, I know we slept like crap. Alright, Shy. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for chilling with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Okay, our first half is ready to harvest, so we'll harvest tomorrow or the next day. There's no rush here. There's no rush here. We'll wait for them all to be ripe, and then we'll turn on the Junimos harvesting. Yeah. We'll wait for them all to be ripe, and then we'll turn on the Junimos harvesting. Okay, there is a butterfly somewhere in the valley. Not gonna go chasing after it. I'm pretty sure I do have them turned off though, so they should not be harvesting. Right, I have them turned off. So, but because there's ripe stuff, they're out here chilling. They're out here hanging about. Having a walk, having a wander. So this is what a field full of fairy roses looks like. They'll all be ripe tomorrow, and I'll need to take a screenshot of the ripe fairy rose field. Alright. Good morning, bud. Good morning, Chillin' Junior. Love you. Let's go check Ginger Island. Here's the routine. Here's the routine. Check Ginger Island every single day to see if we can move our ancient fruit further across the field. I am going to want, I tell you what, I'm going to want to bring these seed makers. I'm going to want to bring these seed makers with me. We need a bigger seed maker pile over there. I want to be very careful not to hit the fairy roses, alright? And you know what? We can chop up that fish smoker too. We don't need that anytime soon, or ever. Or ever. So let's head over to Ginger Island and see what's up over there. And then we'll go harvest our sap and keep it moving. I probably should farm some more mahogany. Now that I think I'm pretty close to done with my gold and fiber farming needs for now. Oh, there's a panning spot. I cannot pass up a panning spot. Just copper ore, what a waste. Anything? A few. Not bad, actually. Alright, let's put the rest of these seed makers down. Whoops. Okay. So we need just a couple more. Probably go around the corner here. Just a couple more so that we can do it non-stop. Maybe 4 or 5 more. 5 or 10 more even. So that we can just plop seeds in and then start from the beginning and plop more fruit in, I mean. 43. Okay, so that's about 2 of these rows. So we'll go ahead and chop out these 2 rows and we'll see. No! Okay. That was my bad. That was my bad. I chopped out one that I had already planted. Tell you what, I'll just go straight down. I won't try to go back and forth. That was a tragedy. All right. Wasn't there? Yes, there was one there. Okay, 4 left. 4 seeds left. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you can see they're getting mature further over. And we've got this whole section here that's going to be ready within the next day or 2, I think. I think when they show those little seeds or brown flowers or whatever they are, I think that means they're within a couple days of being ripe. So that'll get us the rest of the way across the field pretty much. So we should actually have the entire thing done by the end of fall. That's great news. What we should do right now is head on over to Pierre's and get a bunch of sugar and wheat flour. We have 175 sugar. Okay, so we just need a bunch of wheat flour so that we can make our maple bars. So that we can already start kind of just mildly increasing our harvest profits with our maple bars. The maple bars is about the only thing that we have access to with the way this playthrough went. Definitely not going to have an eggplant. I should have brought my peaches. Alright, wheat flour, wheat flour. So that we can just have, you know, +1 farming during a harvest day, which is going to be tomorrow, I think. and just increase our profits just a little bit, just enough to make a difference. So let's go get our maple syrup as well. And throw that in the fridge and make our maple bars. So see, it's only +1 farming, but it does last 16 minutes, which is basically the entire day. So we just slog one of those down first thing in the morning, and then we turn on the Junimo harvesting and we get to work. All right, so let's have a look at what our farming currently looks like. We have 700 fiber, so that's more than enough. We're good on the fiber. We don't need that anymore, and we also have more than enough star fruit. So we're good on that. We only need to make about 50 to 60 more iridium sprinklers. So how many gold bars? Is it just 1 gold bar for the... Yes, it's 1 gold bar each. Okay. And we're done with the solar panels. So what else? What else do we have left? Not much. Right? Not much left. Yeah, it turns out we don't need the fiber seeds, thankfully. Thankfully, we don't need the fiber seeds. Oh, we do need lots more fiber, though, for the deluxe retaining soil for the pots. That's where we're going to need a lot more fiber. But if we're only making 4 more Junimo huts, then that leaves us with 100 deluxe retaining soil worth of fiber left. So I think we're going to be okay. I don't think I want to do much more than 100 more pots. And we've already discussed this ad nauseum, the deluxe fertilizer. We have currently 432 iridium bars, and not a ton. We have 100 more bars available from the ore. So we don't actually need the iron for anything, do we? The pots are just clay, stone, and refined quartz. Yeah. So at this point, we have enough for well over 100 more pots. We have enough for well over 100 more deluxe retaining soil. And that also leaves enough left over for our Junimo huts. So we're pretty close on this. Let's go ahead and make our pots. We'll do 100 more. And we'll see how that turns out. We do not have any other deluxe retaining soil, so we do just need to make the full 100 deluxe retaining soil. And how many grapes do we currently have? 15. I think we could do pineapples, right? I think we already have more than enough grapes. Both the greenhouse and the basement are already producing more than enough grapes to keep the Junimos fed with raisins, I think. So, did we use up all of our pineapple seeds, though? I don't see them here, or are they just in the chest over at Ginger Island? Alright, well, let's just do what grapes we have, and we can figure the rest out as we go. I know this is not going to be the 100% most efficient way to do this, and I don't care. We have plenty of room in the house. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I know I could fit more down here. But this is very much kind of a side quest goal to fill the house with pots. Because we can't put ancient fruit in them. We cannot put ancient fruit in the pots. So it's kind of a side quest. I mean, it would be nice if we could, but we can't. So instead, we're doing the grapes for the Junimos. And once we don't need more grapes, which I think we've already reached, we can just do pineapples for profit. So we'll throw down the grapes that we have. Wow, that worked out perfectly. And then the rest can just be pineapples. We can put the rest of these pots upstairs. Either the dining room or... yeah, I think we'll do the dining room. Just so that they're visible. I don't want them to be too far out of the way. We do want a few more dehydrators down along the bottom there. Okay, that's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me. I hate when that happens. So I guess we go back to Ginger Island, see if we have more pineapple seeds there. I can water these now, there's no harm in it. They're watered forever. Doesn't matter if there's plants in them or not. So we'll head back to Ginger Island. We have the key to the town, so we can easily get there. It doesn't matter that it's after hours. The birds are saying good morning. The sun is coming in the window. Hey, little Junimo dude. What's up? What's up, little Junimo dude? So we'll head over to Ginger Island. See if our pineapple seeds are in that chest. And if not, we'll stick some pineapples in the seed makers. I definitely want to keep, you know, at least 20 pineapples, so it'll just be one round. I'll need at least 20 just to feel safe that I could do maybe 2 skull cavern runs. A few, not a lot, alright? So let's just throw these into the seed makers. Just one go. That's fine, that's plenty. And that way we can always have more pineapples coming in, even as we fill up that Ginger Island farm with something else, with ancient fruit. Alright, I think we're not close. We are going to run out, and that's fine. We're going to have more pots. We're going to have more pineapples. Alright. We're going to fill this up with garden pots here. Going to finish that out with dehydrators there. We'll put garden pots here. We'll put garden pots here. We'll probably put garden pots here too. I don't know if we're going to have enough stuff for that. Like I said, this is the side quest part of this mission, this challenge. So it is not 100% required. We do have plenty more quartz. We do have plenty more clay, and we could start farming the dig site to get more clay. We can just start farming the dig site every day for clay. That's not hard. And what was the other thing? Stone. We have plenty of stone, and especially once we start doing Skull Cavern runs again, we usually come back from Skull Cavern with more than one stack. With like 1100, 1200 stone per Skull Cavern run. So, but we don't want to do the fertilizer just yet. We want to leave that. That's our 4 more Junimo huts. So, we can still make another 97 garden pots. Once we're done with the Junimo huts, then we can do deluxe retaining soil with all of the fiber. We could even do a fiber seeds run that takes sap. Right, we could do a fiber seeds run over the winter. We could do that for more deluxe retaining soil. Is there one tree there that doesn't have a tapper on it? Did I miss one? Oh, I don't need to do that. We're getting about 200 sap a day on average, which is not going to make it. If we wanted to fertilize every plot, we were going to need 32 stacks of sap. So we're not going to be able to fertilize the entire farm. What we could do, though, is we could just concede defeat on the deluxe fertilizer, make as much as we possibly can, and then make just quality fertilizer, because that's only 4 sap each. And any fish can be crab pot fish. So that's something we could do. We could do as much deluxe fertilizer as we can reasonably do, and then quality fertilizer for the rest, although they both use sap. So if we do a bunch of deluxe fertilizer, then we won't be able to do a bunch of quality fertilizer. It's quite a dilemma. We either put quality fertilizer on everything, or we put deluxe fertilizer on some stuff. We can currently make 350 deluxe fertilizer. Does quality fertilizer give us access to iridium crops? Quality fertilizer. It does not. It does not give us access to iridium crops. So I think we do focus on the deluxe fertilizer then. That gives us access to iridium quality fruit, which greatly increases the sale value. So let's get our pets by the fire here and see what tomorrow brings. The wind outside is absolutely terrible, and yet there's still dark-eyed juncos pecking sunflower seeds out of the snow. They're robust little buggers. Very robust little buggers. Alright, there's our, today is our harvest day. It's also George's birthday. So again, we probably will not be gifting George anything on his birthday, because we will be working. Now, thankfully, we don't have to plant anything. We're just letting this go. It's the end of the season, and we want to spend the entire winter renovating the fields. So we're not going to be planting anything back right now. All right, so let's get our Let's get our maple bar on. Where did that go? I know it's in here somewhere and I'm just overlooking it. That's a potato. There it is. There it is. It looks suspiciously like a potato. Alright, let's go around and turn on harvesting. Oh, you know what? I think it makes them harvest tomorrow. No, I'm pretty sure I just heard someone harvest something, yeah. So we're just going to go around turning on their harvesting, and then once they're all on, we'll start from the top. Now they all have raisins, so I do want them to harvest everything in their radius if they can. I know because I haven't turned them on until after the beginning of the day. They probably won't be able to finish it, but I want them to harvest as much of the field as possible. I don't want to be doing this myself. I don't have a chance of harvesting double like they do. So I'll just start at the top. There's a Junimo taking an adventure again. There's no way that he was going to harvest something all the way out there. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me take a screenshot. Okay, I kind of ruined that. The Junimos had already started harvesting, but it should still be a pretty good screenshot. I believe it's okay to leave these giant crops. I believe it's okay. You know, I mean, keep in mind, I made up the challenge. I made up my own rules. But I believe it's okay to leave the giant crops. They are crops. They are in the field. I think they count. They're not ancient fruit. That's true. That's true. I can't argue with that. But they are crops and they are in the field. So I think they can stay. Alright, so now I'm just going to leave the Junimos to it for most of the rest of the day. I'll come back. There is actually a stretch on the side of the farm here that they can't reach. But I'll come back later and just tidy up whatever they didn't get. Alright, there we go. I'll just come back later and I'll tidy up. Hey. Thank you, Whimsy. Thank you, Whimsy. I appreciate that. A loyal non-viewer. Every day at work, popping in to say hi. It's very sweet. Have a great day, Whimsy. We just have very different schedules. All right. So, I think within the spirit of this, I think we're leaving all these fairy roses in the chest here so that we can sell them to Pierre later. Tomorrow. I don't want to put these in the shipping bin. I don't want Lewis's grubby hands all over them. I want to bankrupt Pierre. I want Pierre out of business. Alright. To Ginger Island we go. I'm going to leave the... I'm not going to swap out for the spicy eel for speed. I'm going to leave the maple bars on. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think the +1 farming for me increases the Junimos harvesting no matter where I am at the time. I think it's just going off what is my farming skill, which is currently 11, so I think it should help. Let's start what we're going to want to do. I think my fishing crab pots no longer require bait. Okay, so I can just harvest these every day. I'm going to want the fish for the quality fertilizer. Going to want the fish for the quality fertilizer. See, each of these things is a fish. So each of these is one craft of quality fertilizer. Really, the sap is going to be the limiting factor on that. Alright, not yet, but very close, very close. We're going to have a lot of ancient fruit ready very soon. Very soon. Okay. So let's throw the fish in here. And we're going to throw away this other stuff. I'm not going to turn down free, not going to turn down a couple free refined quartz if that's what we get out of it. Our grapes and our trees are ready. So see, we've got the greenhouse full of grapes. We've got the basement full of grapes. I think that's more than enough to keep our Junimos happy. I don't think we need more. At this point, we just need income. Steady income. Okay. Yep. Free refined quartz. Cannot complain, cannot complain. Let's go make more raisins with these grapes that we just harvested. And then we'll go get our sap for the day. It is Wednesday today. There's nothing really special going on. Although it is George's birthday, isn't it? And we do have plenty of time left in the day, so let's go give George a leak. Let's go give George a leak. Actually, let's make it a gold star leak. I believe that makes a difference. I believe it does. Okay, and since we're going in town to just socialize, we might as well bring our peaches with us. Okay, how much do we currently have? We have enough for another 100. I mean, we could definitely make more. I think there's probably room for like 600 to 1,000 pots in the house. There's so much room. That might be a slight exaggeration, but definitely hundreds. Definitely hundreds. Alright, let's do that. So that we have our peaches ready. The Junimos are doing good work. They are. I think the raisins really do help. I think the raisins really do help because when they didn't have raisins, they weren't even getting their whole place harvested in one day. So I think the raisins also make them better. Not only do they have a chance of double harvest, but it seems that they just work better. Alright, let's give George his leek. Was that not? Yeah, it was. Okay, he just didn't... I didn't see a heart over his head there. He's closed on Wednesdays, but I could open the door anyway. Hey, he's not closed on Wednesdays. He still stands behind the counter all day. How about that? The key to the town makes him open on Wednesdays. That's nice. That's very nice. Bit of a cheat code there. Where is everybody, man? I guess half the town's on Ginger Island today. No, it was raining over there, wasn't it? So nobody's over there. Where the heck is everybody? It's very quiet. Very quiet in town today. There's Harvey. Oh, I don't have my coffee with me. Yeah, he doesn't love the espresso. He loves just plain black coffee. Oh, did we pick up that cave patrol? No, we didn't. And we picked up Key's kindness, but we're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're just giving people... Oh, Alex is hanging out at Haley's. Come on. I don't come in their house very often. I've never seen Alex in here before. Emily's not here. The parrot is, though. Is anyone even home? No one is home. No one is home. They must be in the library. Up by the fountain, I guess. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, Marnie is in her room at 4:50 p.m. Oh, because Lewis just left. Lewis was just here. Alright, the raccoons should have a new quest by now. Winter root juice and pickled cave carrot. I can do both of those immediately. Did I make a keg? I think I made a keg. I think I did make a keg for that. No, no keg. I feel like I made one keg to be able to do quests. I don't... Huh, I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't. Let's make one keg. Yeah, it would tell me if I'd ever made it before. I haven't. Okay, let's make one keg. This is not for profit. This is not for processing crops. This is just for a quest. So this is the only thing this keg will ever be used for. And it was winter root juice. Winter root juice. And pickled cave carrot. Oh, do I have any legend row backed up? I do not. Okay. Alright, so we'll just throw this up here. Just for the quest. Not using it to process crops. Okay. Alright, and on any given day we can start... on any given day we can start renovating the fields now. Alright, so we're just going to harvest all that. I will do the math, because even though we had 3,034, or I think it was actually because there was a few unwatered tiles, I think our total harvest was 3,027. So, okay, and there is this section that they can't reach on this side as well. I forgot about that. But you see how... Now look at these guys. They're nowhere close to being done. What's going on down here? Aha! The quality sprinklers. I think that is absolutely the problem. I think they get stuck on these quality sprinklers and they can't harvest everything. The rest of the farm, they harvested every single one. Alright. I'm all turned around here. But we can do the math, and we can figure out how many we actually got at the end of the day. We know it should be 3,027. So it'll be interesting to see what it actually is with our raisin-fed Junimos. It should be, mathematically speaking, it should be somewhere around 3,400 because I did have to harvest a significant amount myself. So somewhere around 33 to 3,400, I think. All right. See, there's a couple just random at the transitions between the iridium and the quality. There's a couple random spots that just weren't watered. Okay. All right. So here comes the tedious task. Let's add this all up. 248, 199, 235, 223, 268, 199, 256, 225, 137, 127, 125, 225, 131, 215, 230, 119, 201, 126, 3489. 3489. That's pretty good. Yeah. 3,489 fairy roses harvested. I'm very happy with that. So we will we'll make Pierre buy those tomorrow. Right? Because he won't still be standing behind the counter at 8 o'clock, right? Let's go check. Let's go check. He won't still be standing behind the counter at 8 o'clock. Absolutely not. No, he's not. Okay. That's good. I'm glad he's not. I'm glad he's not standing behind the counter after 8 o'clock. All right. Gonna take another screenshot of the empty field. And then we'll go have our pets by the fire and start mentally preparing for all the farm work that we're going to get started as soon as possible. We did do George's birthday. Total crop 7. So there's one somewhere that did get watered, but it's not ready. I'm so confused. I am so confused. All right, but that's it. We're done. We're done, and we're ready to start moving stuff around. So we are. We're ready to start moving stuff around, and we're probably going to bring our processing equipment inside. I would say into this space here, so that I can see it from the bed to see if the stuff is ready. All right, let's get our pets by the fire. Get our pets by the fire, and then head to bed. And now things really do relax a little bit. Right? I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick bathroom break. I will be 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright. Alright, that legend pond just continuing to bring us little bits here and there. It's been very helpful. Alright, there should be nothing on here. The greenhouse is ready though, so that's cool. And we do have one crop ready. There was one crop that wasn't ready yesterday. That's very strange. That's very strange indeed. Neutral day. We got luck and extra ore. That could mean a Skull Cavern run. I'm not super rushing towards it, but I mean, it's a neutral day. Spicy eel recipe. Good morning, bud. A little bit more legend row. It just keeps coming. Alright, I think we could do some Skull Cavern, or we could just work on the farm here. It's a neutral luck day. I think I'll just work on the farm. We'll go over to Ginger Island. We'll check that out. Alright, I need to put the fairy roses away for just a second. And we're gonna harvest the greenhouse. And we can get started. I want to go to Ginger Island and then we'll get started renovating the farm. We'll start by moving all of the processing equipment inside. And we'll make our, maybe go visit the desert for a few more battery packs. Make what sprinklers we can, put pressure nozzles on sprinklers. Alright, let's take half of those and sell them. We're not desperate for money. At this point, most of the things that we're doing don't require money at all. We are going to want money to do like the community upgrades and the movie theater, but for our actual challenge, at this point, we are pretty much done with money. So we're going to head over to Ginger Island, see if we can get some more ancient fruit, and then we'll get started on the farm renovations. See if we can get rid of our quality sprinklers. Oh, also it is Thursday, so we want to go to the desert and get a magic rock candy anyway. I do want to be harvesting these fish every day for fertilizer, quality fertilizer. I also need to be stopping in to get the sap from my mahogany trees. Alright, we do have some ancient fruit. A good bit of ancient fruit. Alright. It's really starting to come in strong here. And we've got this whole section that, again, that should be right pretty soon. Let's put these in the seed makers and go harvest our pineapples. We're going to chop these down in just a second. We're going to be chopping down most of this. And that's great news because it is almost winter. So as soon as winter begins, we know that anything we plant from then on is not going to be ready by spring. Right? If we plant it on winter 1, because of our agriculturist, it should be done by winter 28. But that doesn't give us any leeway for multiplying that seed out. So we want this whole thing to be done hopefully within the next couple days. so that we can have as many ancient fruits to be sticking in these seed makers as we can get. We're probably going to want to make more seed makers as well, just a few more, maybe another 10 or so that we can just walk straight down the line and then come back to the beginning and start over. Alright, that was all of our ancient fruit, so we've got over 100 seeds coming. So I do think that does finish out Ginger Island Farm. That might even take us into the greenhouse. We'll see. We'll see. We can chop out the entire rest of... No, come on. My aim is so horrible. I just chopped another ancient fruit. I did it again. It's fine. One more. Just one. We got 122 total. We should be very close to being done with Ginger Island at that point. Very close to being done with the Ginger Island farm at that point. And then every last seed that comes out of this we can start taking back with us to the greenhouse and to just stockpile for spring. We only need 100 couple seeds for the greenhouse. I would like to, after I'm done with the farm field, then we can worry about the sprinklers in the greenhouse, getting proper sprinklers in there. Whoops. But for now, I'm not worried about that just yet. We want the farm to come first. Now, we could use the sprinklers in the greenhouse, like, temporarily while we figure out the rest, but I would rather have the farm completely taken care of first. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and plant this up with what we have, and we'll see how close we are. I'm getting the feeling that we did not make it the whole way across today. Okay, they're just really far apart from each other. It's kind of an optical illusion. I felt like there was a gap, but there was no gap. It was just an illusion. Yeah, there's only 3 left. So we did not, in fact, make it the whole way across. We made it very close. Very close. What's that? About 30, 50, 60 more maybe? So the next harvest here, which again should be within the next couple of days, the next harvest here should get us there, I think. Alright, let's go sell our fairy roses. Let's go. Alright, we gotta get rid of stuff in our inventory first. Okay. Just stockpiling fish. Stockpiling fish. Aged legend row. So right now we're waiting on our pickled cave carrot and our winter root juice for the raccoon. I would like to get the raccoon done. That would be nice to give us access to more magic rock candy. Speaking of which, we do want to go to the desert and get that magic rock candy. I don't have more diamonds yet. Okay. And also, I think we might have a few more battery packs ready. I should probably let them wait to be on the same schedule, but for now they're separated. So this is Thursday. So I think what I'll do, I think the other ones were ready on a Sunday. I'll just wait until next Thursday. And then they'll all be on the same schedule. Either way, we're pretty close to done with the need for more battery packs as well, which is a huge triumph. We're almost done, I think, with the battery packs. We have 45 currently. So I think just a couple more weeks worth of battery packs and that should be all we need. Right, so we have 2 magic rock candies now. That's enough. We have plenty of ginger ale. That's enough for an entire Skull Cavern run. We've got everything we need for another Skull Cavern run. So we're just waiting for an Iridium luck day or a good luck day where nothing else is going on. So let's go sell this stuff to Pierre. Should be 1.2, 1.3 million. We currently only have 29,000 gold. We are so broke at the moment. So give me all the money in the register. That pushed us over the 10 million total. Yeah, it was 1.3, a little over 1.3 million. All right, and let's have a look here. Yeah, see, here's the fairy roses that we sold him during the last harvest. And then here's the ones we just sold him. So he's definitely selling them because he only currently has about 1,000 left and we sold him 3,000. See ya. I always wonder what they think when they just see you disappear. Alright. So what's the next step? We go harvest our sap. That's one thing we do. We go harvest our sap. And then we just get to work. Hey, here we go, Pam. I went shopping last night and picked up a fairy rose on sale for only 290 gold. It was despicable. No wonder Pierre was selling that trash for so cheap. Maybe don't buy the ones on sale, Pam. You and George both. I wonder, can I scythe the seeds off a tree if it has any, or do I have to physically shake it as I go by? Nothing's being shaken. There was a shake, but did it drop anything? It must not have. I don't really know how all that works. Oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Alright. It's very consistent. 210 plus sap per day, so it's definitely worth it. So each time, because what is it? It's 40 sap, but it makes 4 fertilizers. So every day is 25 more spaces with this fertilizer. I'd say that's actually worth it. I'd say that's worth it. Alright, so first things first, we really just want to make, I think, all 45 of these sprinklers, maybe not. Maybe what we do, right, first things first, we chop out all these machines. I definitely don't even need those guys anymore. I have 881 bait on my fishing rod. We chop out all these machines. And the house is done being constructed. We don't have to worry about blocking anything in the house anymore. Can you put a mushroom log inside? That's an interesting question. Okay. That is an interesting question. Can you put a mushroom log inside the house? Okay, that exhausts the untillable tiles there. Oh, there's one more. And I think this actually might be all tillable tiles there. We'll see. We can put a couple. Oh, there's already a couple there. I don't think I put it there. That's completely blocked off. I mean, I could... Oh, that was it. Okay, so I do put it there. I do put it there in the corner. Alright, I want to wait for this to be finished. Right in the bin. Right in the bin. I want to wait for that to be finished, and I want to wait for these to be finished. I want to not put anything else in these until I'm done renovating. Until I'm done renovating. Okay, so let's see how there's tillable space here. Just one more. Just one more tillable space, but there is one more tillable space. Oh, also that guy. That guy doesn't need to be there. Alright, so, whoops. Ah, the lightning rods. Okay. So, we can definitely put these back so that they can... So we're just pushing those back one. We're just pushing those up one row. Okay. So, I mean, it just looks a little better, right? We're going to get to this... We definitely don't need the pressure nozzles for this up here. We could probably do the pressure nozzles here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We can continue the pressure nozzles up this way once we move that. Okay, so let's get these out of there. Just in case I need to shift, I think I have a feeling I might need to shift the house one tile that way. So let's do this as well. If I need to shift the house one tile because of the mailbox sticks out. I don't think this fish pond can be moved. I think that is exactly where that fish pond has to be. Oh, I can move these though. Okay. I mean, I could put it there. Can I reach? I can't reach that one now. Okay, now I can reach all of them. It's horribly inefficient, but I can reach them all. Alright. So let's... Oh man, it's really late. It's really late. Let's put our furnaces up here. Okay, and our charcoal furnaces up here as well. We'll just put them there. The deluxe worm bins, I'm not even going to put back down. I'm curious about this mushroom log. Will a mushroom log produce mushrooms inside? I'm curious. The rest of this stuff is very unimportant. Oh, let's get our pets and go to bed. Get our pets by the fire and head to bed. The rest of those machines were really just kind of one-time use deals. We didn't really need them for much beyond a quest or two. There should be nothing on this. Yep. We've got Spirit's Eve tomorrow. Okay, I think I need to swap. I mean, we can make more crystallariums later, but I need to swap some of the rubies for diamonds on that. I'm getting more than enough spicy eel and not nearly enough espresso. Alright, a butterfly and some ladders, but it was a neutral luck day, wasn't it? No, it was a bad luck day. I think our grapes should be ready, yeah. And see, we've got pineapples down here as well. Should be enough. We've got also pineapples in the greenhouse still, but that's going to be changed over to ancient fruit very soon. Let me see who that is. The bear. Oh, is that you? Have some of that good sauce still, friend. It's making me very, very happy. Just wanted to thank you. Bye-bye, friend. Alright, see you, bear. See you later, bear. Let's make our raisins. No, I just want to put... Oh, I didn't harvest any raisins, but we have some extra machines here. The obelisk, I can put the obelisk down there. Nothing's going to happen with that. We have a bunch of machines. Where can I put them? In the foraging. Okay, we'll put them in the foraging. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put them in the chest inside. We'll put them in the chest inside. I'll put the worm bins in the fishing chest. I don't like that those are in there. We don't need foods anymore. That's a fishing chest now, not a foods chest anymore. Okay. We'll go put these unneeded machines in here. Or that. Okay. We'll head to Ginger Island, do our little routine, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to Robin. Spirit's Eve, yes. Spirit's Eve. Love you, bud. Oh, some bone fragments. Alright, let's head to Ginger Island. Let's head to Ginger Island. And today's Friday, so let's stop by Krobus. Stop by Krobus for our weekly sprinkler. Every one counts. Every single one counts. It seems obvious we're not going to be able to have pressure nozzles the entire way across the farm, but we will have iridium sprinklers. We will have enough iridium sprinklers to do it. So first, we will put pressure nozzles on iridium sprinklers that we already have and see how far that gets us. And then we will just make whatever iridium sprinklers we need to make to fill in the rest of the field with and get rid of all those quality sprinklers. And then if we have extra, we can swap out the quality sprinklers in the greenhouse and then on Ginger Island. Lots of stuff going on. All right, here we go. Today's the 26th. Today's the 26th. So we're doing pretty well here. This should get us most of the way there. This should get us most of the way to the other side of the field here. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more very soon. I'm expecting that whole middle section to get ripe here very soon. So that'll get us the whole way across and probably over to the greenhouse. We are going to have, I'm going to save this money that we're currently holding. We're going to have a little period. Oh, that was an unwatered tile. Can't pass up a panning spot. Oh, what was I saying? We're going to have a period where we're not getting much income because we've just chopped out all of our pineapples. And we want to hoard all of these ancient fruits for seed to start out with. We want to just be using the seed to just keep compounding. We have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, 8. Okay. All right. So very much so. The next time we make seeds should get us the rest of that. The next time we make seeds should get us the rest of that other side of the creek. Because this whole section here is about to be mature. That's going to be way more than enough. It's going to be way more than enough. We do want to make a few more seed makers. So that's one thing to do here. Stockpile our fish assets for fertilizer making. Alright, the recycling machines are gone. I'm not worried about it. It's not that big a deal. Okay. So let's make a few seed makers. We can only make 3. Why can we only make 3? Because of coal. Okay. This might be one time where it's time for me to just spend money on coal. I would like to make about 10 to 15 more seed makers. He was sleeping. He was sleepwalking. Did you see that? Little dude was sleepwalking. I would like to keep a hold of as much of this money as I can. But I am going to buy some coal. We can actually buy a good bit. There we go. That should be enough to get us through what we need to do. That should be enough to get us through what we need to do. Let's make it's 10 each. So it's actually the wood stopping us. Well, let's just make all those. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need wood to make anything else that we're making right now. The only thing I was using wood for was charcoal. Okay, so we'll just carry these around. We'll bring those with us to Ginger Island tomorrow. All right. And let's go talk to Robin about moving some of this stuff and just see what that looks like. And there's that. There's the butterfly. So we did find it. That's free gold. Can't complain. Cannot complain about free gold. Alright. Let's see what we need to do with this. Alright. Oh, that is wider than I thought. But I do believe we can just move the house 2 spots over. And then the greenhouse can go here. If we move the... Oh no, the house would have to move 3 spots over. I mean, that would still be a lot more tillable tiles. The house would be here. And the greenhouse would be here. So I need to move all the chests 2 spots over. And I need to move the house 3 spots over. Or move all the chests 3 spots over and move the house 3 spots over. Okay. So I need to clear a space. 2, 3, yeah. There's nowhere on this farm that I can put... Oh yeah, I can. I can fit it between the iridium sprinklers with pressure nozzles. Okay. Why can't I move it there? Because it blocks the front door. Oh, I see. Okay, so I need to go back. I need to go back and move my stuff. Move my chests. 3 spaces over, I guess. Or just move these chests 3 spaces over. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a process. There's a lot of stuff to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we go back to Robin's. And we might get a good ways into this today. We might be able to get most of this today. We go to construct farm buildings and then move buildings. I mean, we could do that at the Wizards as well. So where were we? We were there. 1, 2... We were there? Or we were there? No, we were there. 1, 2... 3. Yes. Okay. Now let's just pick this up and put it over here. Oh, we were... Oh no, that's not 1 space too far. The mailbox is there. The mailbox. There's nothing you can do about that mailbox. It's going to stick out. And there's going to be these 3 tiles that we can't do anything with just sitting there. And that's fine. Alright, so now I need to go back and move the chests. But for right now, I can put this back down. Move the dog bowl. Oh no. Oh, okay. We can put it here. We can do that. It's a little inconvenient, but we could move it again later. It's a little inconvenient, but we can move it again later. Alright, and the same with this. Okay. And then we're just waiting on this keg. Alright, we're just going to play a little back and forth here while we get this done. Nope, not that way. Not that way. I want to go that way. What the heck? Oh my goodness. No. That is not what I want to do, but it will help me get there. Tedious work, tedious work. Okay, so there's that. His dog bowl is right there, but it doesn't interfere with any tillable tiles. So I think we'll be alright. There are a few tillable tiles here. That we could be utilizing with pressure nozzles, I think. I think we could utilize this space with pressure nozzles. Otherwise, we're just going here. Right? Otherwise, we're just doing this. We're leaving out like 8 spaces there, guys. Come on. No, we need that space. We need that space. All right. I don't think we get back to Robin's in time to do any more. And we're waiting for this keg to finish anyway. We want that winter root juice for the raccoon. We're not using it for profit. We're not harvesting. We're not processing crops. We're just using that for the raccoon quest. And I happen to put it in a place that doesn't let me continue with my renovations at the moment. I want to get this greenhouse over here. So right now, everything is in a state of flux. Let's make our... let's get our pressure nozzles on some sprinklers. Let's get some pressure nozzles on some sprinklers. I can't do it until they're already placed. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I just want to see, I want to actually like visually represent what that leaves us with. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And 1, 2. Okay. So that's 6 tiles right in front of the house that we could use if we get a bit more serious, right? That we could use if we get a bit more serious. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that gets us all the way over to the fence here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we could move these, and actually we can, now that we have the solar panels going. We absolutely can go ahead and take those ones out because they are sitting on tillable tiles. Oh, never mind. These 3 tiles are not tillable. Okay, so we can put a couple of those back. And then just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all the ones we have right now. 2, 3. Okay, so let's go make some more sprinklers. Whoops. Let's make some more sprinklers. I'm not sure that I want to make all 45 immediately. I think we'll do 25 right now. We only have 9 pressure nozzles left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that does leave 1, 2, 3. That does leave one space there. So we probably want to keep these on the edge for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just put a pressure nozzle on that one. And then we can start that. Okay, we've got one more pressure nozzle. That's it. I would have liked to have one more, but we're going to have to finish key quests now to get those. But at least we can take all these out, and that is a lot. That gets us a lot to get rid of all of those quality sprinklers. Right, we have 29 sprinklers left, so that goes a long way. Oh, and I don't need that one. What have we got? We've got a gap. There's a gap here for some reason. Oh, I did that. I chopped it out. So we've still got some work to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now they need to go on this row. If that's all the pressure nozzles we're going to get, we need to do some reorganizing. I can put a sprinkler inside. I wonder if it does anything. I wonder if it waters. Alright. Let's get our pets by the fire. We've got a lot of work to do, but we've got over a month to do it. So I think we're in good shape here. I do believe we can finish this in year 3. Good night, Bud. Good night, Chillin' Jr. And I am going to leave it there for today. I do have stuff that I need to do today, so this is going to be a shorter stream. Our raccoon pickles are over here. We're just waiting for our raccoon juice now. Things are changing. This is not where the greenhouse is going to stay. The greenhouse is going to go up here as soon as that keg is done. Then the greenhouse is going up there. I need that for the raccoon quest. Alright. So we're slowly but surely doing this renovation. I think I want to change where the pressure nozzled ones are. I think I'd rather have them here on either side of these giant crops to make sure that that's all watered properly. See how there's a gap? So I think I'd like to move them from here over to here, and then we can rearrange everything on the farm to push these quality sprinklers off the map. We don't need them anymore. We've got 29 more iridium sprinklers. We should be able to, and we can make more iridium sprinklers. That's not all the iridium sprinklers we can make. So we should be able to push those quality sprinklers off the map. We can make 20 more currently. And we've got our solar panels in the desert that will be ready tomorrow, actually, Sunday. So we should easily be able to push the quality sprinklers off the map over the winter while we renovate. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for keeping me company. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day.